There was nothing about the starry sky that night to suggest that strange and mysterious things would soon be happening.
Hagrid, at last. And where did you get that motorbike?
Borrowed it, Professor Dumbledore, sir.
No problems, were there?
No, sir. House was almost destroyed, but I got him out all right.
Nestled in the bundle was a baby, Harry Potter, the boy who lived. For the next 11 years, Harry lived with his dreadful Aunt Petunia, Uncle Vernon, and Cousin Dudley, the Dursleys. Then one day, he received a letter inviting him to attend Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
Hi guys, DevilHunterXYZ, and today we are playing Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone on the PS2, which came out back in 2003. Wow, that was like 16 years ago at this point I'm recording this. Man, such a long time. Yeah, so I got this game as like a Christmas gift from one of my aunts and uncles, and I was like maybe 13 when I got it. I guess they thought I was kind of somewhat familiar with Harry Potter, or I guess somewhat of a fan. At the time, though, I really wasn't, so I was kind of a little bit kind of baffled why they got me this game, to be honest. But it really wasn't shortly long. It was like a few years afterwards I decided to, sit down and kind of watch the Harry Potter movies, and of course I even saw like the latest ones that came out. The Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2. I think really in my opinion, I think the Harry Potter movies didn't really get interesting to me until like maybe Goblet of Fire. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Harry Potter because I never read any of the books. I only know what I've seen in the movies, which for the most part it's like it pretty much summarizes what the book has to tell. You know what, it's not really that bad for for movie material anyway. But that was then, and here I'm now playing a game for almost 16 years ago. And yeah, so this would be the start of Daniel Radcliffe's character as Harry Potter. So yeah, I guess I'm going for a completely new game. I technically beat this game like about 6 years ago, so it's gonna be quite a while for me. Well, it's gonna take me quite some time to get used to controls and everything, and maybe try to find everything again. But we'll see.
Told you, didn't I, Harry? Told you you was famous. Professor Quirrell. Harry, Professor Quirrell will be one of your teachers at Hogwarts.
Potter, can't tell you how pleased I am to meet you.
What sort of magic do you teach, Professor Quirrell?
Defense against the dark arts. Not that you need it, eh, Potter? You'll be getting all your equipment, I suppose. I've got to pick up a new book on vampires myself.
Must get on, lots to buy. Come on, Harry.
So we don't really get much of a backstory with Harry Potter.
To across. Right. Stand back, Harry.
I mean, we're just jumping right into the scene of him, well, getting his equipment for Hogwarts.
Welcome to Diagon Alley. Just your wand left from Ollivander's. Oh yeah, and I still haven't got your birthday present.
Hello?
Good afternoon. Ah, yes. Yes.
That was a sneaky way of just appearing.
Harry Potter, you have your mother's eyes. It seems only yesterday she was in here herself, buying her first wand, 10 1/4 inches long, swishy, made of willow. Nice wand for charm work. Your father, on the other hand, favored a mahogany wand. Well, I say your father favored it. It's really the wand that chooses the wizard, of course. Well now, Mr. Potter, let's get started, shall we? If you'll kindly follow me.
Alright, get to choose my own wand.
Have a look around, Mr. Potter. When you find a wand you like, pick it up, and let's see if it likes you.
So it's not necessarily me choosing the wand, it's the wand choosing me. Which honestly is kind of a cliche thing to have, but I mean, this was the first Harry Potter movie. Flashing icon in the corner of the screen is your remembrall. You can access this at any time, press and select. When it flashes, it means you have a new task. I thought that pretty much means you just remember that you forgot something that you need to remember, but we'll just go with that. Let your wand choose you. Alright. Okay. Ooh, inverted camera controls. Or less. Maybe. Then again, maybe I gotten so used to playing other games, other third-person action-adventure games, I kind of got used to the way the camera works. I mean, it's not going to be a huge problem, it's just going to take some time for me to get used to it. Ooh, I gotta say though, Harry just takes off like a jet though. He goes from 0 to 100. Of course, if we just barely move the stick. Crouching.
Ebony and unicorn hair. 8.5 inches. Springy.
Alright. So, I mean, I guess what the intro show is just Harry was a regular boy, and then by the time he, on his 11th birthday, he gets an invitation to... He gets an invitation to go to Hogwarts.
Springy.
Because, obviously, he has magical powers that he himself doesn't even know.
To try your wand.
Alright, let's try the wand.
My goodness. Definitely not.
Maybe not this one.
Holly and phoenix feather. 11 inches. Nice and supple.
Why not? I don't have really 3 options, so... Again. Hey, you want it to be 2 tries?
Curious. How very curious.
Sorry, but what's curious?
I remember every wand I've ever sold, Mr. Potter. Every single wand. It so happens that the phoenix, whose tail feather is in your wand, gave another feather. Just one other. It is very curious indeed that you should be destined for this wand when its brother.
I think we just lost the audio.
Its brother
Oh, never mind.
that
That
scar.
was a long pause for some reason.
Curious indeed how these things happen. The wand chooses the wizard, remember? I think we must expect great things from you, Mr. Potter. After all, he who must not be named did great things. Terrible, yes, but great.
Are we talking about Voldemort? I mean, never mind.
Please retrieve the spell book that lies beyond. It will prove most valuable in all that lies ahead.
Gee, I don't remember this being in the movie.
Over here, Mr. Potter.
How did you get over there so quickly? Gain the Flipendo spellbook. Harry can move along narrow ledges and through narrow gaps, push Harry until his back is against the wall, then move him sideways. Guess we're going a little bit of Solid Snake action here. Pretty Bot's beans are found in all kinds of places. Use them to buy things from Fred and George's shop when you get to Hogwarts.
Ugh, tripe.
Yeah, of course they all have different flavors.
Peppermint. Coffee. Yuck! Grass flavor.
Yes, every type of flavor you could probably ever imagine. Or at least what they could program in this game, I guess. Okay, to jump Harry over gaps, run him towards the edge of them and he will automatically leap across. Good to know. Sometimes you will want to line the camera up with a jump or quickly see what is in front of Harry. You can move the camera back behind him by pressing the camera reset.
Peppermint. Earwax flavor. Peppermint.
Kind of makes me wonder, is this actually Daniel Radcliffe?
Yeah,
Or is that somewhat of a voice actor, voice alike? Ooh, fail. Well, good thing there was a ladder there.
Yuck! Grass flavor.
Trying to collect as many beans as I can. Okay, Eric can climb up and down ladders. Press the X button to make him grab one.
Earwax flavor.
Yes, for the most part, I think the X button is going to be your best friend, as it pretty much always does everything, or pretty much has the command for everything for you, but... Get back. Yes, you already told me that. I get good at timing here.
Ugh! Tripe. Yuck! Yuck! Grass flavor. Oh, marmalade.
Okay, so just gotta watch out for the books. They can push me across, I guess.
Spinach flavor.
Oh no!
Spinach revolting. Vomit flavor.
Vomit flavored beans, that's nice.
Liver. Fishy. Sardine flavor. Spinach revolting. Vomit flavor.
A good thing I can automatically grab, so that helps. Oh good, get the book.
Oh, bravo. Yes, indeed. Oh, very good. Well done, Mr. Potter. Once you learn some more powerful magic, you'll be able to cast more powerful Flipendo knockback jinxes.
You have a new spell, Flipendo. You can assign it to square, triangle, or circle by pressing the button. Ow. Spells or equipment can also be assigned in the inventory screen. Or just go with square, really. Okay. Let's see, Flipendo, this knockback jinx is the most utilitarian of spells, and they would allow the caster to knock back an opponent or object, can also be used, push it to activate certain magical items. Those are more like the most basic spell that you could probably use, but... Oh, but square. I mean, luckily I can use up to 3 spells at once. Alright. Yeah. The basic knockback spell.
If you'd kindly follow me.
Certain objects, such as glass jars, can be smashed using Flipendo to release bonuses or reveal switches. Certain objects can be searched. Press X to see what's inside. Like what?
Spinach flavour? I must aim my spells at them. Booger flavour.
Trying to find things here, but the thing is, it doesn't give you really an indicator to let you know where things are at. It's just kind of a secretive thing that you have to just find on your own, or I guess with a guide probably. Luckily, the Flipendo can automatically target. Okay, keep a lookout for Flipendo shields. When they are hit with Flipendo, all sorts of things can happen.
Oh, peppermint.
Crawl into, let's see. There are many chests hidden around Hogwarts. Search them to find items you might need on your adventure. Keep an eye out for the gold chests, as these contain more valuable rewards. By valuable, we mean pointless collection.
A wizard card.
Oh good, wizard cards.
Felix Summerby, 1447 to 1508. Inventor of cheering charms.
And of course you get multiple copies, but I mean, there are how many? So 101 wizards to collect. And is there really a purpose? Actually, I don't really remember if there is a purpose. I really don't. If there was any rewards or not, or any special things. I can't really say. I probably need to go back and actually read up on a guide for that one. Because I don't think I've ever fully collect all of them. All right. Oh no, locked in.
These 3 large shields on the far wall can be flipped using your Flipendo knockback jinx. Flip them in the correct order.
Let's see, to target an object, press the target button. If more targets are nearby, you can cycle through them by quickly pressing the target button once again. Okay, well, actually, is there any hidden things? Yes.
Oh, bogey. Yuck! Grass flavour. Marmalade.
Let's see. Sun, moon, star. Oop.
Sometimes the answer to the question isn't right in front of you. Before continuing, it may be wise to collect the Folio Bruti.
Folio Bruti. The Book of Beasts. This book shows the name and appearance of each beast you may encounter in your adventures. The Folio Bruti will teach you their strengths and weaknesses. The imp is sometimes confused with the pixie. They're similar height, both have a slapstick sense of humor. Imps are vicious little creatures. You'll need to use Flipendo to knock them back before picking them up and throwing them into a hole, dome, or into an open cage. Oh, goody.
These imps can be a nuisance. Try knocking them over with Flipendo. Then pick them up and lock them in the cages.
Right. Get in there. I think they can't break out of my grip after a while. But better not test that.
If you'd kindly follow me. Learn how to cast a spell while moving. You need to target the shear on this device and continue to cast Flipendo at it until the central section locks into place.
Okay. Holding down the target, push left and right unless they to move around the target. Right. You know, I kind of question, does he go through this with every new wizard? Trying to pick up their wand and testing their skills? I'm just kind of questioning about that. Or is Harry just a special case?
Well done, Mr. Potter.
Let's see, what do I have here?
With the knowledge contained in this book, you'll be able to cast more powerful spells. Here's a helpful hint from the book, just for you. Build up the power on your wand, but be careful. Don't overpower your spells, or you could end up in a spot of trouble. This time, I'd like you to power up the Flipendo spell before casting it. Like this. Flipendo!
Alright, so powering up spells this time. Just don't overcharge, I guess. Oh, okay. Luckily, I don't take any damage from the knockback, but...
Well done, Mr. Potter.
Oh, good. Another wizard card. 101 wizard cards to be collected and traded. Increase your stamina bar by filling pages in your folio magi. I guess that was the only reward you get out of it. The more pages you actually fill up, the more health you get, or I guess stamina in this case.
Godric Gryffindor. Medieval, dates unknown. Co-founder of Hogwarts. Gave his name to one of the 4 Hogwarts houses.
If you'd kindly follow me.
Still more tests, huh?
Hey.
Oh, I guess not.
Harry. Happy birthday, Harry.
She's beautiful. What's her name?
Her name's Hedwig, and she's yours to keep.
Thanks, Hagrid.
We best
Hooray!
be going.
I got an owl.
Hogwarts Express is leaving very soon, and you don't want to miss it.
Alright, so now I got training done out of the way. But you know what, I say this training here is not that bad compared to, well, compared to other games, or at least games that just throw you right into the action and having to teach you the controls along the way. I mean, this game kind of eases you into it.
Right down and finally stopped. They followed Hagrid down to the edge of a great black lake. The fleet of little boats moved off all at once, gliding across the lake, which was as smooth as glass. Everyone was silent until...
Oh, wicked.
One by one, each of the first years was sorted into his or her house. And what of Harry Potter?
Not Slytherin. Not Slytherin.
Not Slytherin, eh? Are you sure? You could be great, you know. It's all here, in your head. No? Well, if you're sure, better be Gryffindor.
Hey, Harry. Hello. I'm Ron Weasley. I'm in Gryffindor too. It's no surprise, really. All my brothers are in Gryffindor. So, why do you think Professor Dumbledore put the third for House of Bounds?
I really don't know.
Come on, we've got to follow that prefect.
It's odd, because he usually gives us a reason why we're not allowed to go somewhere. I do think he might have told us prefects at least.
That prefect's Percy, my other brother.
How many brothers have you got?
Too many.
My name's Hermione Granger, by the way. And you are?
Ron Weasley.
Pleasure. You've got something on your nose. You must be Harry Potter. I know all about you, of course.
Look out! Filch's coming. We'd better go.
Good old Ron and Hermione. It's back in the old days when they were actually somewhat adorable as kids.
Gryffindors, follow me, please. Keep up.
Come on, Harry. We'd better follow Percy up to the Gryffindor common room.
Keep up, please, and follow me. Quickly now, come on.
Well, go to Gryffindor common room on the 7th floor. Well, I mean, interesting start so far. At least we made it to Hogwarts, and it kind of, it's kind of bad that they just have a Cliff Note version of the story of just kind of leading me into the Gryffindor castle. But well, I mean, they can't really have everything from the movie in the game, I guess. But it would have been nice maybe to throw in some cutscenes from the movie itself. But maybe that's asking too much. But anyway, I guess for right now, I think that'll be a good start, and hopefully get back to this pretty soon. Alright guys, this is DevilHunterXYZ, and until next time.